For the first time in 19 seasons, Liberty's nest is empty, says that's what the Friends of the Reading Eagles are saying. The Northstate's News' Sarah McCoy is near the nest along the Sacramento River tonight. Sarah.
Mike, I had the privilege of seeing Reading celebrities here earlier today, and at 26 years old, Liberty has gifted Reading 29 eaglets over 19 seasons, outliving 2 of her previous mates. Terry Lewillier, director of Friends of the Reading Eagles, says there are many possibilities as to why the apex predator didn't lay this year. One reason could have to do with this being Liberty's 6th nest.
Their nest fell down in mid-December, and they had to build a brand new nest. That takes a lot of energy to do.
Lewillier says there haven't been any issues fertilizing the eggs, although she says these unprecedented times could have to do with Liberty losing her 2 eaglets last year due to heat stress.
They were just about ready to fledge. They were almost 12 weeks old.
2 of the biggest concerns that Liberty didn't lay came roughly at the same time.
About a month or so ago, we noticed that Liberty's left eye was closed instead of open. She seemed to be spending a lot of time in the nest instead of out and about. So it was almost like she was, trying to heal.
Lewillier says during this time her mate Guardian caught extra fish for Liberty. While proving himself the man of the nest, Guardian was ultimately too small to fight off an unwelcomed guest.
We had a young female who started coming into the nest when Liberty wasn't in there, but she came in when Guardian was there, and she's a female, so she's larger than Guardian, so he couldn't fight her off. And she came in and ate a whole fish that Guardian had brought in for Liberty. And she came back a day or 2 later and did the same thing. So we're like, okay, why is this young female not getting the message that this nest is taken, this mate is taken, you need to move on?
Concerns began to grow that the new young female would push Liberty out of the nest. But Lewillier got some very relieving news last week that Liberty, despite her injury, caught a fish.
Took her 3 tries, so her eye is definitely, an issue, but she's adapting to it, and she's still been able to fish.
Lewillier says Liberty was able to kick out the unwanted guest.
She just keeps on keeping on, and that's why I think we're all so inspired by her, because people here have lost homes in the fires and have lost mates, their husbands or wives, and they still manage to keep going. And so that's why I think she's so important to all of us.
Lewillier tells me that Liberty's eye is looking to be doing a little bit better, so I don't want to put all of my eggs in one basket, but I'm hoping that next season I'll be able to watch some eaglets hatch. Live in Reading, Sarah McCoy, the Northstate's News.